Richard Murray, and here's my update for the week of December 3rd. December, how did it get to be December already? It shouldn't have been this fast. Anyways, what's going on here? Well, this week started my series on getting horses ready for my O-scale layout. Part 1's out there, Part 2's in the works. Been a bit of a delay because got a flu shot this week, and I normally get wiped afterwards. I've been spending more time on the couch than expected, but hey, we're getting there. So the next part, Part 2, is actually working within ZBrush to add some texture to the model. I did some printing already. You've seen some of this shot here. This is the horse, one of the horses I printed out. You've seen it. I started printing it a couple of weeks ago, started painting it, but I found with these resin prints that they really need a primer before you paint. So this guy got primed up yesterday, and I'll be working away with him. Now, another thing I have here, and I printed this Friday night during our Friday night chat. This is a Philadelphia gunboat, and looks like there's a lot of holes in it. Well, there are. The reason there's a lot of holes in it is that that's the way the model comes. So if I now go to the screen that I wanted, there we go. Here it is. This comes from the Smithsonian Museum. They've digitized some of their collection. They've just started this process a year ago. The detail is incredible. There's not a ton of models there, but what there is amazing. And as you can see within the model itself, there are a lot of holes in there. And each of these individual boards, that's how the print came out. Now, the one thing I noticed just when I called this up to do this is the gunboat has the remains of a rudder. And if you look at the model here, rudder didn't get printed. So not too sure about that. I'll have to take a look at the slice. But it's pretty cool, and yes, the individual boards are there. And some of these layers here, there are 2 decks, 2 layers of them. And that's how it printed out. Turned out well. So that was a fun print to do. It had nothing to do with anything other than I knew that the Smithsonian had these models available, and I decided to go have a look and see what they had. So if you go into the browser for the Smithsonian, you can see the models that they have. They're doing an American Presidents line, but they do have other objects from their collection. The vases are interesting. I don't think I'll do a Wright Flyer, but I'll probably do a woolly mammoth at some point. And the one series that really has me captured is the Apollo 11 command module, as well as the interior of the module. I saw a video of how this was done. It was quite amazing. They were not allowed to actually touch anything. They had the scanner actually go inside to the scanner was on a boom. They put it inside and it scanned the interior. Now, one of the things that folks have talked about with that is actually you can print out parts of the control panels, which, you know, would be kind of cool to have something there for the module. So who knows? There's always time to play with such things. So what else is going on? We've been Print Central the last few days. Things have been grinding out as my daughter, Brenna Superior Jello, she is getting ready to move on to the next part of her life, so scrambling for that and getting things ready to go. I've had one print that I've been trying to get for her, and I've just been getting some interesting fails off of it. And this is actually the base of supports. I'm getting supports to print very nicely, but the actual object isn't printing, and I gotta figure out why that's happening. But the support base is interesting. all on its own. So we'll get through that. As I said, I am working on the series for getting the horse ready for printing. The other thing it's happening is I'm just a few subscribers short of 500, which means I'm going to have a giveaway. I've talked to Mark over at Pio Poly, and they will be donating some of their print bed sheets, which people love, those very high quality sheets. So I'll have a few of those to give away, as well as I'm talking to a couple other suppliers to see if I can get some items for them. Now I'm looking at things that aren't actually filament and that, but a couple other objects. So that's coming up, and I still have to figure out the nature of the contest, but we're getting there. So hopefully by the end of the week I'll be over 500 and there'll be a contest on. We had our Friday night chat last Friday. It was a great time as always. We looked at Delta printers, which is something I know very little of. Learned quite a bit though, and I'm considering, yeah, maybe down the road I'll get one. Not so much for printing from here, but a small Delta printer sounds like it's the ideal printer to have out in the public, to show the public what 3D printing's all about. And the motion of a Delta printer is hypnotic. I don't own one, but when you watch them print, when you see one, it just sucks you right in. And oh, I got other things to do. So maybe I will look at one of those down the road. In the meantime, I will be back working on train things on Wednesday. I hope at least it'll be Wednesday. We'll see how things go. Wednesday might be Brenna's last day here. We'll just have to see how the timing works out for her move. It's going to be a long move. Any parent knows that these things take a lot of time. It's not like they move out the door and everything's gone. It'll be several weeks before she even has her place to live. She's moving to a different city. So her stuff will be around here for quite some time to come. But I'll be a bachelor again with, is he still in the shot? No, he's lied down. Gus behind me, the dog, will keep me company, and they keep me entertained because he and Gus, the cat, still don't get along. So there's always a little bit of entertainment going on from that. No Friday night hangout this week. We're back in 2 weeks' time with things that inspire us. What inspires us to get into 3D printing? And that'll be over on Matt's channel, How I Do It, and we'll get the links ready for that. So I think that covers everything. I'm going to get back to adding texture to my horses, and I'll see you next time. Be safe out there.